We're back for another episode, and I'm literally so excited to talk about this one. We're going to talk about the Netflix documentary about the shooting at Hawthorne Hill, and I'm so pumped because I texted Kelly about it and was like, have you seen this? And she was like, no, I've never heard about it.
I did not.
And so if y'all haven't seen it, it's dressage world, which we are not in. We're hunter jumpers, but it was very fascinating. It's about a horse trainer that ended up shooting one of his clients and she survived. Did I just like spoil it for them?
Yeah, but it's fine.
I mean, she's in the show.
She's in the show. Well,
yeah.
So that's the thing that threw me off. Like from the beginning, I was like, wait, like.
We all thought she died.
Yeah. Like they made it kind of seem like she was dead. And then I was like, is she like back from the dead? Like, is she's like, how was all of a sudden that she's
like
here?
Survived.
Yeah. So she survived. So just to kind of paint the picture, the beginning is a little confusing of like getting into it. I feel like anytime a new show comes out, it kind of takes me a minute to get into it. I don't know if that's like a thing for everyone, but
it just requires your focus. Just like reading a book. Like when you first start a book, you're like, okay, like when am I going to get into it? And then eventually it like
then you're into it. Yeah. So I think I actually watched it in 2 different parts.
Oh.
So I kind of like, again, if you haven't seen it, this is all going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, just stop this episode and come back to it when you have. But the thing that I found most interesting is like, there's a lot of like red flags in this case for me. Obviously, and I don't know if you guys know this about me, I love true crime. True crime has always been like a big thing for me. Shout out JonBenet Ramsey case, is my favorite case of all time.
You made us listen to that on the way to Charleston.
I know.
For my bachelorette, and I was like, this is so dark.
It's so good though. Like it's just like this massive puzzle, right? Like because like trying to figure out like how it happened,
who
and, like,
done it,
all the like clues and. Anyways, so I kind of feel like this show starts out, and the narrator is the
woman.
It's the man. Like, what's his name?
Honestly, we should have known that.
You know what, guys?
The woman's name is like Lisa or
Laura.
It should be Karen.
Yeah, it's the
Lauren.
shooting.
And it was in New Jersey.
Shooting.
Michael Barrisone. Also, Michael, if you want to come on the show and like tell us the story, like I would love that, because I honestly am like a little bit on your side, because I think that like Lauren was like kind of she was like fucking nuts.
Well, yeah, and the thing is that the show, obviously it's a Netflix show, so highly produced.
Very highly produced.
Very, biased, one-sided, all of those things.
You think it was one-sided?
I don't necessarily feel like it was one-sided, but I think that they pulled you in different directions throughout the show. Like, I think at the beginning, it was kind of like, Lauren made it seem like
she was a victim.
She was the victim.
Yeah.
And then Michael also played the victim. So they both played the victim card pretty hard, which of course you're going to naturally do that. And honestly, you don't know like what they can say legally. True. You know, there's been a whole case. Like there's a lot of things that I think could hold them back from being 100% honest. But at the end of the day, I'm going to point out my major red flags for the whole case. I think the first thing is that
she's going to be a detective right now.
Huh? Yeah. I think the first
Detective
thing
Kelly.
is that she was living on the property for a while, right?
Yeah, which I don't really understand. And they didn't fully explain that.
And then the second thing was the horse. That Michael, the first thing that threw me off, and any horse person I think would completely understand this. The horse was owned by Michael and Lauren was taking lessons. And then all of a sudden, Lauren just decided.
It was her horse?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Michael had made the comparison that this JT horse was a Bugatti, essentially.
Yeah, that's true.
And
not anyone can ride.
Not anyone can ride it. It's very finicky. It's this Grand Prix horse, whatever. And then all of a sudden this amateur comes and she decides that she's going to start riding it.
Do you want me to shut that?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
She decides that she's going to start riding it. Like, and I'm like, okay. And Michael's like so upset about this. And I'm like,
but it's his horse.
It's your horse. Like,
I think that there's like something untold in there. Like she was definitely like paying to ride it or leasing it or 100%. Something.
There's something in that. And that was the first flag. Cause they talk about that pretty quick in the show.
Yeah.
And that made no sense to me because in the horse world, that just like doesn't happen. Like,
no. Like nobody just like acquires your animal and starts showing and riding it.
Yeah. Like no one's going to come to the barn and just like start riding Ivan.
No.
Like, that's just, like, not going to happen.
No.
Like, that would never happen. And so, like, how did that happen?
Right.
And then, like, I think there must have been, like, an assistant trainer or, like, something.
His girlfriend at the time, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, why was she allowing that to happen? Like, why did that happen?
I don't know.
And then all of a sudden, like, she was going to buy the horse. And like that gray area, it went from 0 to like 7,000 in 2 seconds because it gave you no indication.
Well, he was like trying to sell the horse, I think. And then she all of a sudden like was like, well, if you're trying to sell the horse, like I'll just buy him. And
for like $20,000 or something.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be this like really nice Grand Prix horse.
It was very confusing and very like, that's like one of the things about like Netflix getting into like the horse industry is like I think they miss stuff that's
like, why they need to call me.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
Yeah. Like we're all red flagging like, wait, there's like something missing here.
Yeah. And then so then what it kind of made me feel like was maybe there's some money issues with Michael.
Oh yeah.
As to where he had to get rid of something and he like, you know, was struggling financially and then needed to get rid of the horse. And I think that was kind of talked about in the show, but it was like super quick.
Yeah, it was like, pfft.
Yeah. And you were like, wait, what? Like,
as a horse person, you're like, wait, that's like part of the story.
Yeah. Like, why would that happen? Like, why would you like sell this like $100,000
Bugatti,
horse,
you know, level Grand Prix horse
for $20,000?
Yeah.
Like that didn't make any sense to me. So then he proceeded to like really amp up the psychosis of Lauren.
Yes.
Is that her name? Lauren?
Lauren.
Yeah, Lauren. And
I mean, I think that was apparent in her.
Well, she definitely came off as a little nutty as well. Like, yeah, Lauren Canarak.
No, she was like riding in the ring, yelling at her boyfriend, who's also her groom, and was like, Kevin, or whatever his name was.
First of all, that whole, like, obviously it was, like, shot recently, you know? Yeah. Like, you could tell, like, that wasn't shot, like, at the time. And so, like, it was shot after the fact.
You think it's drama? You think it was like
I think it was all staged. Everything about that was staged. That was not real. And I think it had some kind of ND filter on it to make it look like it was in the dark.
Yeah.
Because it was so dark. It was like pitch black
like
dark.
Why was she riding in the dark?
Like, why were you riding in the dark? Like pitch black dark. Like, because you would think that if you're going to ride, if you have, you know,
no, it looked like she was riding like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, like with no lights
ring.
On.
Yeah.
And like, why would anyone ride in the dark with no lights on?
Yeah.
Like, that whole thing was just so weird. And so that was like super, super staged, again, to drive the story in a certain direction.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like the lighting was intentional, her actions were intentional, like everything was staged, whatever. So I was like, okay, this is all planned for the audience to get the sense that Lauren is a psycho. And you know, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think it was like dramatizing like the result of the case essentially.
But we didn't even know the results of the case at the time.
No, but it was like leading up to it because that's like what the result was going to be.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously they both were on the show, so like you kind of knew like
they're both crazy.
Yeah, like they're both on the show, so you know that he's not in jail. Like he's not in like Orange.
And honestly, he looks like pretty good.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
Yeah,
he looks
I was like
really good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he's not struggling. He's not going through it. So then it gets into kind of just like the back and forth between Lauren and Michael. And
like
Michael,
a little bit of backstory of like why there was such
like
animosity.
There was no storyline as to like what was happening. Like, was the horse still at the barn? Like, was that like...
She still was on property even though he hated, like, she was like, she was like blasting him on the internet. Yes, she was internet bullying the trainer, Michael, and like saying that she was gonna like, she was like threatening him, but like not directly. She was using all these like, when like for us, like millennials and like high school and college and on Facebook, we would like write something and it would on our story to like be moody, like a quote, a quote of a song or something when we were having like a bad day. And stuff. Like,
some like
she was doing
song.
that.
Yeah.
And it was like, but directly related to and like talking about her trainer, but without using his name.
Without using his name and using him as a character in whatever storyline she was creating.
Yes.
But it wasn't just like a word or two. It was like these massive paragraphs, like pages and pages and pages.
Yeah. They made her look like
psycho.
Pretty psycho. Like the stuff that she was saying was not of someone of normal like mental state.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously the jury felt the same way. Yeah. Because they found him not guilty. Yeah. Which is to shoot someone and
like
find them
closer than you and me probably. Like he shot her like very close range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for them to like claim him as like not guilty or insanity, the insanity plea or whatever.
Which apparently like does not work.
A lot of the time.
Ever. Like, barely ever works because I mean. Yeah.
So I feel like we're jumping around a little bit. So anyways, so the next thing that happens is that they start talking about all of these like online bullying and all of these Facebook things. But the thing that they don't clarify is like you said, where is like, why are they fighting? Like, what are they fighting
like
about?
Something, yeah.
Like
why is she so mad at him?
And why is he so mad at her? Like, like why, what is happening?
Well, he's mad because she's blasting him on the internet.
Well, right.
Which, like, whatever, but like, what is her beef with him? Something about like the assistant trainer like didn't like this lady and was like, not letting her ride the horses that she wanted to ride or not letting her compete at the level she wanted to compete at.
He said that like JT's not going to that show. Like, so those were the only indicators that like there was any sort of rift.
Tension, yeah.
And like if you had this serious issue with this client, like, why are you still...
Well, there's some kind of entanglement because, like, honestly, if you have a client and she's living on your property at your farm, riding your horses, like, kick them out.
Kick them out.
So there's something there. Like, he couldn't... There was money tied up.
There was something going on. And two, like, he called 911, I think, 3 times.
More than that, I think.
Yeah, to basically try to get the police involved, trying to get them out there, trying to help... As a mediator, and I understand why the police didn't want to get involved because they're like, this is not my job. Like, this is a civil dispute. Like, handle your shit, essentially.
Yeah.
And like, I completely agree because like, if you don't have the nads to like, just ask her to leave.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what Lauren said at the end. Like he never would just confront us about it. Like, he would never like just say what if you want to kick us out, like just kick us out.
But he couldn't because there was something there.
Yeah, there had to have been.
Like she must have been like his biggest client or like his most, I don't know, like financially she was supporting his business. There had to be something there.
Yeah.
I think it was a little weird that she had her dad on.
Oh, the dad thing was weird, like for sure.
He was like you could tell. Oh, what really got me was like in the very beginning when she was like, I'm not entitled. A lot of people think I'm entitled, but I'm not. And then her daddy comes on and is like, well, I spent all this money. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then like it kind of just, it feels like Netflix was kind of grasping at straws to just have people to have on the show that would talk about it because I'm sure the boyfriend didn't want to talk about it, obviously, because he wasn't on the show. He wasn't on it. Yeah. Yeah. He didn't want to be on camera.
The groom boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Michael's girlfriend at the time, who was a trainer, didn't want to be on it and was on it like a little bit at the end, or was she in the case and that's why she was on video? But like it was not.
Yeah, she didn't say anything direct to camera.
There is something about the story that we are not being told as viewers. Yeah, and it's leaving a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And I think the second thing I want to like segue into is like, I heard about this show from people at work. I work in medicine. I do not work with horses at all, but people know I'm like a horse girl. So I get a text message that's like from one of my favorite coworkers that's like, oh my God, our horse people really like this.
Yeah.
You have to watch this. Like, this is what you do. And I was like, now I have to watch it. So I watched the whole thing and I'm like, okay, this is like kind of bullshit because this Lauren girl is like either is a total psycho or is being dramatized as a total psycho. And that makes us look bad.
Yeah.
The whole community of like horse people, dressage, Western, English, jumping, whatever you do, trail. Like it makes us all look like we are crazy. And it is not, yes, there are crazy adult amateurs out there and, you know, there's adult crazy people everywhere. In every sport, in every whatever. There's like, you know, that mom, that Karen or whatever. But like, I was like, okay, now everyone at work is like, oh my God, I watched it. Are horse people like this? I'm like, no.
Yeah, and I think that that's my, obviously, as an owner of a media agency, I think I have struggled with that so much because like the representation of the equestrian world in mainstream media is just so poor. You know, there was another Netflix documentary about horse racing.
The Race for the Crown.
Yeah. And like I just feel like that was also really poor representation of equestrian. Not that like they're equestrians, but they're in the horse world, right? Like those people are not equestrians whatsoever. They're just buyers of, you know, they're characters.
Super rich people.
Yeah, they're just like super rich people that
have resources.
Yeah, have resources. And so I don't think there's been a successful Netflix show that has come out and really been for equestrians, which of course, when you're going to have such a large platform such as Netflix, like they're going to want to cater to the masses.
Like, and that's exactly what they did.
They did.
They cater to people that I work with that don't like horses.
Right. And it was honestly just something that probably like, you know, I don't know. It's interesting that case, like they decided to like select that to do a show about, but whatever. But I think it's interesting though, because like, I feel like it kind of brought light to like the crazy client in the horse world. Yeah. And it
brings a whole nother definition to crazy horse girl for sure.
Oh, 100%. And I feel for trainers and I also feel for amateurs. I feel like it's such a balance and I feel like we always talk about this, but you know, I think that it's like such a fine line because amateurs have become more educated. They become more hands-on. They become more interactive. I feel like that is a relatively like modern thing. And so I can like understand that side of it, but I also think that, and we've said this so many times, that like the communication is the most important thing between horse and trainer relationship. And whether you have your horses at a boarding facility or like not, it doesn't really matter, that the communication is so important. And that is such a perfect display of how it didn't happen. It was the worst communication ever.
Yeah.
And
it's like, you could tell it's like involving massive amounts of money with no communication whatsoever caused like psychotic breaks on both sides.
Oh, 1000%. And like, how could it not? Like, I completely understand. And like,
I think that happens on like a pretty, obviously very smaller scale, but I think this happens like in our local communities. Like it has to, between clients like picking up their horses in the middle of the night and leaving, or trainers like kicking them out in the middle of the night. Like this happens. Violence is not the answer.
Violence is absolutely never the answer. I don't really understand like,
was he trying to kill her? Like, I don't
know. That whole thing, like,
he said he didn't feel safe.
No, and then he said he blacked out. He said he doesn't remember any recollection of it. And I was like, that is the biggest amount of bullshit that I have ever heard.
He had a psychotic break and remembers nothing. But like, to the defense's point, no. The prosecution was like, how did he like have this psychotic break, this like momentary lapse of like not being able to remember, and have this like psychotic moment where he doesn't remember this one specific moment, but then he like keeps acting psycho.
Yeah.
He keeps acting like he is like talking to himself and like shaking his head. And,
like, the courtroom. Like, truly. And like his lawyer like was on camera and just talks about like, if he was like that, like, you would deserve an Emmy. Or an Oscar. I'm like, he does. He does. I'm like, you know what? If this whole horse shit doesn't work out, get into acting. Because I'm telling you what, there is absolutely, I will die on the cross that, like, nobody, like, truly, somebody had to have coached him to do that. Like,
I mean, the lawyers tell you to do that.
Yeah. Like, I truly think that the lawyers just completely told him, like, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to.
I mean, he was talking to himself.
Yeah. Like, it truly was just like the craziest act I've ever seen. Looked terrible.
Yeah.
And then you see him like in the show, and he must have either gotten hair plugs or like,
he looks so good.
I don't know what he did, but like
Netflix probably paid him to look like $1 million.
My guy looked like he was 10 years younger.
Mm-hmm.
He looked amazing. He had normal hair.
Yeah.
His hair, like, it just was.
He's in a beautiful barn.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's his barn or not, nobody knows.
I don't know, like, what. So that was like kind of like a weird thing for sure. But yeah, I mean, I will say that her lawyer, the prosecutor, I guess it's from the state, right?
Yeah, it's a prosecutor.
He had like, I was kind of bummed for him because he was really good.
He was trying really hard.
He was really, really good. He was, and I completely agree with him. You know, he said at the end, he was like, I don't care how mad you are or like how someone like is bullying you. Like, you can't just go shoot someone.
No.
And I completely agree.
His argument with that was that he was afraid for his life. But I'm like, okay, well, like, and then he tried to call 911 a bunch of times or like whatever. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is like the thing that totally like supposedly like tipped him off is like the Child Protective Services game.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And was talking to his girlfriend and said like that they had claims of sexual like abuse like for her kids, and that's when he said he flipped like the flip switch.
Yeah, he just like blacked out.
Yeah,
at
the
that
switch
moment.
flipped or whatever. Yeah, and then he just blacked out. But then the prosecutor was like, okay, so if that did happen, then like how do you remember like getting the gun out of the safe? Like, how do you remember like doing all of these different things, and then for some reason all of a sudden you just don't remember the rest of it? Like, there's no like,
yeah, the switch should have flipped and then stayed off.
Yeah,
through the like going to get the gun,
and
shooting,
like, and
whatever.
You would think that like if he was in fear for his life, that like, you know, why did he get in the car and go to her? If he was in fear of his life.
Right. Like,
you know?
Like self-defense would have been a good, I'm not saying you should shoot anybody for anything, but like if she or her boyfriend had come after her and then he shot them as self-defense, that's more appropriate than just driving over to where she lives.
Right.
And just like, she comes out of the house and you just shoot her.
Right.
I will say, if I was on the jury and I saw him and I knew no backstory, right? Because like you don't have any backstory. Yeah,
you have no backstory.
I would have been like, yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 100%. But that was
fucking crazy.
Yeah, but that was the whole idea of the show, like, or the whole idea of the
trial and the whole defense
yeah.
against the claim of like, you know, attempted murder.
And then they had that like poor little sweet like mental doctor on who was like 900 years old. And that he was the one that like, you know, studied him or whatever, did all the testing. And he said that like, and then the prosecutor was like really challenging him on that. And he couldn't answer. I don't know, the whole thing. I was like, I truly like don't know where this is going to go. But it was, again, you guys, if you haven't seen it,
you have to
watch it.
But sorry for the spoiler.
Yeah, sorry for the spoilers.
Also, I mean, he did have to spend a year in a mental institution, and I had to be.
Did you see him when he walked out?
He looked like pretty fine.
He literally.
And it said that they found that he had no mental health disorders. Like, bro, everyone I know has a mental health disorder, and it found that he had none.
Yeah.
And he shot somebody.
Michael walks out in like this like patent leather like
suit
thing with a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Like looking tan, looking buff. I was like, what the hell?
Literally. Like in nursing school, I had to go to a locked psych unit. It was not pleasant. People don't look like him when they go in, and they don't look like him when they go out. And it's not a great place to be, especially for an entire year. So I'm not real sure, like.
Yeah, that whole situation, it might have just been like a, you know, like a rehab or something.
But he came out looking not mentally ill, I will tell you that.
And so the whole thing, it's just like, it is an interesting case, I guess. But at the end of the day, like, it painted the equestrian community so poorly.
Bad. All because of her. Like,
all because of her. Well,
she might
too.
Well, yeah. I
mean, him too. Like, okay, like, so.
Also, it made male trainers look like they, like, not all, but, like, he was dating his assistant trainer. And then, like, it kind of discredits the assistant trainer's, like, hard work and, like, her riding and all that stuff because it's like, oh, well, like, she got where she was because she's, like, dating him. And, you know, it just, like, discredited a lot of, like, the equestrian community.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, but she was, like, cray-cray. They made her look super cray-cray.
Who, Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was, like, recording devices and, like, was listening to him. Like, that's not normal.
No, it's definitely not normal. And, like, it was so, like, I just don't understand what
why she did it
was never clear as to why she
was so upset with him in the first place to go on Facebook and, like, have all these. I need to know what caused her to feel so strongly against.
What back and forth was going on, like what money was entangled into what. Like,
I want the full story.
Yeah.
If you guys want to come on the podcast and let us know, like, the full story, like, fresh, because he can't be tried again. It's double jeopardy. So, like, I want to know.
Yeah, you guys come on the show. I would love that.
You won't make any money off of it, and, like, we film in Georgia. But
exactly. Well, you guys let us know if you watch it.
It's so good.
That's our take. And
our expert take.
Yeah. I mean, and I just hope that that's not, like, really happening. And, like,
if y'all know a story like this, like, please let us know because that's just crazy.
Yeah, if you have, like, a real life story a
real life true crime, equestrian edition.
Or if you feel like you have a situation that is like that.
Yeah.
You know, if you feel like, obviously, call the police.
If you're in it, don't hurt yourself or others.
Yeah, truly. It's just horses. It's not that serious. So. All right, guys. Peace and love. I hope you guys have. Just go watch it and let us know what you think.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Comment.
Let us know.
Love it.